Oh my god, dude, the Finder stream. This
Oh,
stream
no.
was scary as fuck.
Wait, why
So,
did you guys do a Finder stream?
I literally have no fucking idea. So
Was that
this stream
was it
Augie reacts to the Finder?
was it because of Medicare like doing those?
Yeah,
or?
it was.
Okay.
So I wasn't prepared for this, right? So we had no topics that night. It was like a Friday. And I just watched some of the Medicare stream and I was like, whoa, we'll cover this on the show. So this show is weird as fuck for multiple reasons. So first of all,
Oh yeah.
the first 20 minutes, we're kind of just dicking around talking about it, right? We're watching a little bit of Medicare. Then Tommy comes in to sort of like dispel the panic or something, because Tommy's like, this is satanic panic, this is bullshit, basically. And so my whole chat like fucking hated Tommy at that moment. They're like, fuck you, dude. At the end of it, Tommy recommends we watch like this documentary on it. And so I watched the documentary and I remember entering this sort of like trance, right? Where I just watched, like, this is like, you wanna talk about hypocrisy. We react Andy the fuck out of this documentary, but I don't remember being like conscious of it at the time. Like, I just remember like watching it and just like not being able to like let go of it until it just ended. And then I'm like, oh, I guess we'll end the show now. But while it was happening, the view count kept like going up and up and up. So we started watching it. We had like 200 viewers. But then by the end of the show, we had 600 viewers. But the chat wasn't moving at all.
Oh god.
So I'm sitting here, I'm like, ooh, are these people watch? What is happening? What is going on? And I kept like waiting. Like I would like glance at the chat occasionally. I'd be like, is it gonna like start moving? But it didn't. But I had 600 viewers and I'd never gotten a stream with a viewer count that high before where it wasn't like the previous stream was like, I'm Alex drama. So obviously that's why the viewer count is fucking drama. That's why the viewer count was so high. But with this, none of it made any fucking sense. I don't know. It was really weird. I would have said I was getting botted, but the overall like view count like wasn't like, if I was getting 600 viewers, the view count would have been something like 6,000, 7,000 views or something. It was 2,000. So the views were natural to what I was getting before, but the live viewer count was like drastically like way higher than I was used to getting at the time. I don't know. There was something so weird about that stream. And then I remember I went deeper after the stream into like researching it, and I like had a really long conversation with my parents about it, where we were just talking about it because they knew about the story back in like the 80s. I remember I came downstairs to eat dinner at like midnight, because that's when I used to eat dinner back then, because I'd do the show, right? I was doing the show during dinner time normally. So I come down there and my mom and my dad, they're like fucking just like cleaning the kitchen or something. And I come down and they're like, hey son, what'd you talk about on the show tonight? I talked about the Finders. And they just instantly go, they're like, talked about the Finders? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, how do you know about that?
Okay.
And I told them, I was like, well, this guy I watched called Mr. Medicare streamed. They're like, what? They're like, we had heard, like, it was like some story they heard about back in like the 80s that got like buried instantly.
No, it was a lot of big
like
stories.
That. Yeah. Dude, the Mouthy Buddha. I just imagine the Mouthy Buddha intro just fucking playing. Dude, this is pre-Mouthy Buddha, right? Like, I was just sitting there like, and we had like a really long conversation about like the government and fucking just all kinds of dark shit. And that was like the first time. This is how innocent I am, right? That was like what like started to like blackpill me and shit on just reality and just how fucked up things really are and stuff like that. Because before, I never thought about shit like that. I was just some innocent kid who just fucking streamed about fucking YouTube drama and played video games and just went to school, you know what I mean? But that was when I started to get like super fucking blackpilled and shit on just like reality. It sounds stupid to like, you know, like I just never thought about shit like that before, but I didn't. And that was just such a weird night for me or something like that, right? And I was like, we are never covering something like this on the show ever again, because that was just too much. But yeah, it was such a wild story. One of the strangest stories. I've never ever felt more uncomfortable even just learning about something that I did with that story. Now I'm pretty desensitized to shit like that on the internet. But back then I was just like, in a trance. I couldn't stop learning, but at the same time it was like genuinely like freaking me out.